Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and as you can see, we have a studio full of guests today. So, to lead us off, Jonathan Sessions, tell us what we're here to talk about.
Good morning. We are here to talk about these students who will be our delegates representing Columbia, Missouri on a trip to our sister city, Hakusan, Japan.
Hakusan, Japan. So for people who don't know, Columbia does have a sister city.
We do have a sister city. It's Hakusan, Japan. We are on the same parallel.
Yes.
We've had this relationship for over 30 years now, I believe. So. And we had a student exchange program. It kind of took a pause after September 11th. A delegation of Columbians went over in 2019 to try to get things started again.
Yes.
Adonica, you might remember this trip as the trip that I almost accidentally killed you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was on that trip, and Hakusan is 6,000 miles away from here.
Absolutely. So
6,000 miles away.
Absolutely.
But on the same parallel.
So we have very similar climates. Their climates are a little more extreme because they're on a mountain.
Yes.
So as you go up the mountain, it gets colder.
Yes.
But we went on this trip together. We rekindled the exchange program, and unfortunately that then got put on pause because of the pandemic.
Absolutely.
So we are now starting that exchange program again. We have 5 of our 6 delegates here with us today. Unfortunately, one was ill, couldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Phoenix, Britt, Anna, Blake, and Braden, all here representing all of the schools in Columbia Public Schools.
Okay.
So we have someone from all of our 4 high schools represented.
Awesome.
And they will be going to Hakusan in June.
In June?
Yes.
And how long will the students be staying in Hakusan?
They're going to be in Hakusan for about 2 full weeks. The first week will be at the International College of Technology, where they will be working with multiple students, most of whom are Japanese speaking from Japan. And that first week, they'll be working on STEM-related programs at the school. The second week, they will visit the Ishikawa area, Kanazawa area, and Hakusan area, which we got a lovely tour of when we were there. They'll see the natural places such as the gardens, as well as it's a paleontology site. So I think there's going to be some fossil digging.
Oh.
So a lot of really cool experiences that we didn't even get to do. Yeah.
We didn't get to dig for fossils.
So they're going to have a lot of really great opportunities there for that second week. In between the 2 weeks, they're going to stay with a host family over the weekend. So they'll truly get an experience of the culture and what it's like to live in Japan.
So real quick, just anybody who wants to answer. Is anybody, Jonathan?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Anywhere. Exactly. Yeah. Is anybody learning a little bit of Japanese so that they're prepared to talk to their host family?
I think we have 2. Yeah.
Oh.
3.
So me, Phoenix, and Blake are all in Japanese right now.
Oh, that's amazing. You'll do fine. Way better than we. Yeah, I think I had an app on my phone.
That's about as far as we got.
That's as far as we got. We did have. Will you have a Japanese speaking tour, like a guide with you at the time?
Yes.
You know? Okay.
If you remember, we had Daniel with us.
Yes.
They have a new Daniel.
They have a new Daniel
who will be assisting them, which is a liaison with Hakusan City, a cultural affairs liaison, who will help them translate. But at the same time, ICT, this is a cultural exchange.
Yes.
ICT is eager to have these English-speaking students there because the goal of the ICT program is to develop students who are globally available and globally marketable. So they want those students that are at ICT to work with native English speakers so that they can continue to develop their language. So as much as we're going to learn, these students are going to learn a lot while they're there, those students are going to benefit from these 6 delegates.
They absolutely will. And I will tell you that ICT is a really, really cool place to visit. I mean, they have some really great maker spaces inside the building, and you'll see some really fun stuff.
And it's just absolutely beautiful, like nestled in the foot of Hakusan Mountain.
Yeah,
so it's a beautiful space.
The mountains are amazing.
Absolutely.
We got to go up the mountain to a wasabi farm at the very
real
top.
Wasabi.
A real wasabi, not the kind that they put on the plates here when you get sushi. So somebody tell me what made you want to do this? Why is this something that you're interested in?
Oh, you're
Yeah, it's you. It's you.
Brayden, it's you.
I've always kind of just been into like STEM programs, and my science teacher recommended that I apply for this.
Yes.
Going to Japan's been something I've always wanted to do, so it just seemed like a good opportunity for me.
It's a great opportunity. You'll have a great time. Anybody else want to say why they're interested in this trip?
This is my third year studying Japanese, and I also have an interest in computer science, and so I wanted to apply.
I love it.
For me, my dad goes to Japan for work trips, and so I've always been somewhat interested in visiting myself. And then to hear about this program, I'm more into the sustainability side of things, but to be able to learn and go there, it was just, I couldn't pass up the opportunity.
You're going to have, it'll be a real learning opportunity. Tell us about you. Why are you interested?
I think it'd be really awesome to learn with students who have experienced like a different culture and have grown up in a different environment throughout their lives. And I think it'd be really awesome and enriching experience for myself. So that's why I apply. So
This is going to be a great learning experience for them. Jonathan,
It is, yes.
how is this trip funded?
So this trip is funded very much through a combination.
Okay.
I want to start by saying the city of Hakusan is carrying a lot of the water for us.
Yes.
They are absolutely making this a very financially feasible opportunity for these students. But at the same time, the cost per student is roughly $6,000.
Okay.
And that is a large burden for the students. So this program is facilitated in a partnership between the Columbia STEM Alliance, a 501c3,
Yes.
and the Columbia Public Schools.
Yes.
And so right now, one of the things that we are asking our community for is any sort of sponsorship opportunity. Again, these are delegates that are not, that second week, the one thing I did forget to mention is that they will be meeting with the government of Hakusan. So they're going to be representing Columbia as official delegates with a proclamation from our mayor, Barb Buffalo. So we want to make sure that we make this we reduce the financial burden to these students as much
What
as
Jonathan's
possible.
saying
So-
is support these children's trip to Hakusan, Japan. Thanks
That's
for
exactly.
watching.